Path of Exiles, we have got some incredible news.
Well, it means that we can't really work on PoE 1 3.26 until PoE 2 0.2.0 has shipped. And then being honest, we probably need to support that for a couple of weeks after that as well.
Now you're probably thinking, Death Wish, that's not good news, that's bad news. Well, actually, if you are a new Path of Exile player and you've only started the game in Path of Exiles 2 or on Path of Exiles 2, this is actually incredible news for you. Why? Well, the reason this is incredible because you've probably never played Path of Exiles before, meaning you've never actually even touched Path of Exiles 1. Now, what makes that good? Well, what makes that good is we have so many things that we can obtain in the game of Path of Exiles 2 in terms of cosmetics and other little things that we can actually bring over from Path of Exiles 1 that if they would have dropped the update now, you would not have been able to get them. So what can we actually get in Path of Exiles 2 now, or have ready to be unlocked when it becomes available in Path of Exiles 2 right this second? Well, 6 months ago in Path of Exiles, there was the Settlers of Kalgur that we can see right here. Now, what is that? That is a season or a league, as typically said in Path of Exiles, that had a load of like battle pass rewards. Let's say, let's just imagine it's a season and it's got a battle pass. Now, when you go through this season, you can unlock loads of free goodies, whether it be cosmetics or in-game stuff. Well, these cosmetics actually transfer over to Path of Exiles 2. Now, originally, this was meant to be updated by now, by the beginning of February. However, lucky for us, that is not the case. What is the case is that it's been delayed until Path of Exiles 2 gets an update, which this could be up to about a month's time, meaning you now have enough time to go back to Path of Exile 1, download it on your console or PC for completely free, and obtain these cosmetics over into Path of Exiles 2. Now, there has also been events added with other goodies. I'm going to show what you can currently get from the Kalgur season that you can get immediately, and then I'm going to show you straight after what you can get from the event. So that's the rewards that you can get. Not everything can be transferred over yet, but everything from Path of Exile 1 will be available in Path of Exiles 2 at a later date, and a majority of them cosmetics can already be used in Path of Exiles 2. So that is one part of the good news. But as I'm about to show you, this is the other part that's really cool. So as we can see, we announced last week that some unfortunate news regarding the timeline for 3.26.0 for Path of Exile 1 coming out, that we have adjusted some of our internal resources to be able to provide you with some content to fill the time until the expansion arrives. Because a lot of people were upset, a lot of people brought their pitchforks out and chased to the Reddit to make sure that they let Path of Exile know that they were not happy until they got their update. But they've decided that they're going to completely switch things up. This is not a bad thing, because even if you are on Path of Exiles 2 and you want to try out Path of Exiles 1, this is basically going to be a new experience, not for just you, for everyone. So the game's going to be quite exciting, and while you're doing it, you'll still be able to get your rewards. So we can see here, to start, we'll be running a 1-month event that has some of our wacky ideas that never quite made it off the brainstorm board. Nice. Very interesting, considering the game has got a load of already wacky ideas, so adding more is going to make it a lot more intriguing. So what does Path of Exile 1 look like when 19 Ascendancy classes you know and are familiar with are all of a sudden replaced by different 19? What? So everything that we know is just going to be thrown away and completely changed? Sweet! I mean, that sounds pretty darn awesome, no? And then we got, what does Path of Exile 1 look like when you get to play a witch? and ascend to become a harbinger? These are the questions our design team asks each other, and in this event we'll provide you with some of our answers. So we will release more details about this content soon, but we're really looking forward to seeing how the community reacts to some of our more unhinged ideas. There's more to announce, and we'll keep you up to date as we know. As soon as I get any more information, I'll make sure I let you know. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have not played Path of Exiles 1 and you are on Path of Exiles 2, or you're new to Path of Exiles 2, get your bottom over to Path of Exiles 1, farm all of the cosmetics that are available, have a little bit of fun with the complete wackiness event that's about to drop. So get yourself ready, get yourself to that max level, or even start when this starts. And as we can see there, we'll start running a 1 month event. So a 1 month event. So we've minimum got 1 month until we get a new season. So we got a minimum of 1 month to get all the cosmetics that are in Path of Exile 1. Now, I did have someone in my comment section say it took them about 2 weeks to unlock up to the portal, so at least you know that you should be able to do the same, and that was with them doing their work and only being able to play for an hour or two a day. So you should be able to get all of the content, which is great news. With that being said, there was also a patch 0.1.1c that is being previewed, obviously, to come out in Path of Exile 2. So here we can see we are currently working on the 0.1.1c patch for Path of Exiles 2 that will include some bug fixes and minor new features. We plan to deploy this patch by the end of this week. Full details will be included in the patch notes, but in the meantime, here is some of the changes you can expect to be in it. So features added up to 5 respawn attempts for multiple bosses that we can see here: the Twisted Domain area, the Olroth, the Crux of Nothingness, and added minimap icons for strong boxes. Really good. Minimap icons for League mechanics now remain visible regardless of how far away you travel from them, making it easy to return to them later. Great, I flipping love that. So if you see a breach hand and you travel to the far side of the map, you can still see where you go back to. So if you want to clear the map before you start the League event, the ritual, whatever it may be, you can still know where it is rather than being like, damn, where has it gone? Or maybe you don't drift too far. I think that's a real cool change that is coming. Added more checkpoints to several map areas and improved the placement of some checkpoints. Great. Minions can now briefly squeeze through smaller gaps if they fail to move for a short period of time. Nice. Bug fixes potentially fixed for the crash affecting Win 24H2 players. I'm not too sure what that is. Fix a bug that would prevent kill with damage over time being assigned correctly to players. Most notably, any death to poison or bleeding while the monster still had energy shield at the same time of death. To fix a bug where parts of the Atlas could fail to render if they were too far away from your most recent map. Added the reset Atlas. By the way, that one was amazing because on console, hopefully that fixes the console one, because the console is absolutely janky with this right now. And then, yeah, we've got the added the reset Atlas chat command, which can only be used to reset your Atlas when it's in its brick state, no available maps. Oh, pretty cool. Fix several client and instant crashes. Gamepad increases font size of text in various locations when using a controller, and improve the navigation when using controller. Lovely. It's definitely what I like to see because I'm a console gamer. Are you on PC, console? Let me know what console, what PC you're on down in the comments down below. I'm going to play that video, which actually was the message to Path of Exile 1 players, just in case you didn't know what it was and to keep you up to date. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, follow, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Hey guys, let's talk about PoE 1. Now, when we announced PoE 2, we promised that we would continue to create PoE 1 expansions, and we do intend to keep that promise, but it's certainly been a lot harder to deliver on it than what we expected. Now, the trouble really started after Settlers of Kalga in July last year. The ideal time to have released 326 would have been late October, before the originally scheduled release of PoE 2's early access, but we just didn't think we could do it. It was too close to the huge circus that was the organisation around PoE 2's launch. But we also didn't want to immediately launch it right after PoE 2 either, so that kind of ruled out December. So then we're thinking, okay, we can't really have a launch in January due to Christmas, so we're really going to have to do it in February. And this wasn't great. It would mean 7 months with no leagues. But we really didn't think it was possible to do it any earlier than that. And we didn't really announce this exactly, but it was certainly something that we had said to quite a few people over time, so the community became generally aware that that was our plan. The issue is this. PoE 2's endgame needed a lot of work. Having the guys on the PoE 1 team help out for 3 months on PoE 2, given that 326 was 7 months away, seemed like a no-brainer, and man did PoE 2 need it. The problem is we got to the middle of October and PoE2's launch was imminent, and I'll tell you what, taking people off PoE2 at that point was just impossible. The endgame was not in a shippable state. But you know what? We could still do it. If the PoE1 team just kept helping until PoE2 shipped in late November, we could still do it. Maybe the scope would need to decrease a little bit, but mid-February was still possible. We just needed to ship this damn game first, get it out of the way. We literally couldn't think about anything else until it was done, but we still had time. The problem is, we were fooling ourselves. PoE2 was delayed 3 weeks, making the problem even worse. And then after the game was released, well, of course we had to immediately deal with all the problems. How could we think about making a PoE1 expansion when we still have hundreds of thousands of people who are having bad experiences in PoE2? There are crashes, there are severe in-game balance problems. How could I justify taking some of the most experienced developers we have off PoE2 when it's on fire? Now, after the Christmas break, we had to really admit something to ourselves. The most urgent priority was getting PoE2 to a point where it didn't have major issues. And it's hard to even think about what PoE1 needs when PoE2 has really obvious problems that need fixing. We needed to get it to the point of stability and balance, and to fix the most severe deficiencies that PoE2 has before we can take our eyes off it. So what does that mean? Well, it means that we can't really work on PoE1 3.26 until PoE2 0.2.0 has shipped. And then being honest, we probably need to support that for a couple of weeks after that as well. Now in the meantime, we are going to get a bunch of pre-production done on 3.26 with whatever people who are not needed to fix issues with PoE2. And once 0.2.0 is sorted, I promise we will devote as many resources as are needed from our company to get 3.26 done as soon as possible. Unfortunately, I just can't promise a date right now. Now I'm really sorry for how this went down. Honestly, I should have predicted the fact that taking the PoE1 team off PoE1 would lead to this outcome. And I probably should have resisted doing it. But at every stage I just kept thinking, we still have time, and then we didn't have time anymore. Now we still have a lot to learn about how to run 2 games simultaneously. We were overconfident. We still need to work out how to structure our studio to make this possible. But we do have a solid plan for what we want to do with 3.26. Obviously I can't talk about it yet, but I'm hoping you guys are going to love it. I really want to thank you guys for all your support over the years. You guys do deserve better than this, and we will get 3.26 out as fast as we can.